Hello, I'm Director PRESTON Buttricks.
And I'm Larry King.
In today's news, we will be talking about the upcoming movies to PBJ Productions.
We'll also be discussing movies that don't suck.
Let me out! It's stuck in here!
Shut up!
Let me out!
You're ruining the news!
Let me out! Please!
And now for our Dark Person's Weather Report.
We go to Kevin.
Sonny! What?
Some upcoming movies from PBJ Productions is going to be the Last Journey Home trilogy. Part 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth until I write more. But sadly, I am not actually going to be directing the last two. I'm just directing the first one.
The story follows after the 2010 apocalypse, where angels have inhabited the earth and are now trying to stop the darkness from destroying what's left.
The story of Part 2, Death Lies Before Us, is the same story concept as the first one, but it continues the story on, where some of the darkness dies, and spoiler alert, and then someone else becomes the darkness, because the darkness needs to have a living body to survive it. And Part 3, The War of Never-Ending Darkness, involves the more continuation of the story, blah blah blah, and I don't know what I'm talking about, and we'll go to Kale now.
A previously planned movie called The Chase Through Time was originally going to be filmed, but was later decided not to be filmed. And now a message from our sponsors.
Has this ever happened to you? Or this?
What do I do?
Then you need to call 1-800-SHOE-INFESTATION.
1-800-SHOE-INFESTATION. Yes, I have a shoe infestation. No! Yes, I have a shoe infestation. Yes, it's ruining my life. Great! I'll see you in 10 minutes.
If you have a shoe infestation, please call the number below. 1-800-SHOE-INFESTATION.
In other news, sadly, I will be leaving PBJ Productions and leaving it in the capable hands of two soon-to-be sophomores.
Luckily for all you people, I also am starting a film crew project, group, clan thing. It's called James. All in parentheses and quotation marks. Check it out.
So, how do you two become the new leaders of PBJ Productions?
I don't know, we were nominated.
Any comments you have for the future of PBJ Productions, or what you will be doing in the future?
Well, Kale, Preston tells us that we will be finishing the Last Journey Home trilogy. Yes, parts 2 and 3. Yes.
Very nice. Back to you, Brett.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates.
Action.
And now for upcoming movies. Today, actually yesterday, May 4th, may the 4th be with you. Yesterday, on May 4th, the Avengers came out. The story of all 4 superheroes from Marvel coming together in a team with a couple assassins and S.H.I.E.L.D.
I have not seen the movie, but it looks like it's gonna be good. People are telling me it's really good. Yeah.
I've heard that it was the best movie in the century. And now on to the next movie. Dark Shadows will be coming out soon. The story of a kind of a rich vampire now, I guess.
Okay, he was a vampire in like the 1800s or something. Then he was like locked away in a coffin and buried under his house. And then later in the 70s, people moved into the house and dig him up, and now he's back, and it actually looks pretty good.
I couldn't have said it better myself. I probably couldn't even have said it.
People think that Johnny Depp should not be in another Tim Burton movie because they have some weird gay lover thing going on. But I actually like Johnny Depp. Besides the fact he loves accessories and he's going through a midlife crisis that's been going on for about 10 years now. But besides that, I think he's a fairly good actor. Back to you, Brett.
It's Preston. Now, how does this damn thing go back? There we go. And the next movie is Battleship, coming out May 18th. The story of a young criminal who actually gets invoked into the Navy and is now having to deal with these weird-looking aliens. I guess they're aliens.
They block out the ship's defense system, so now they gotta actually play the game of Battleship to select where they're gonna fire. Which it's stupid because it's basically just turning a board game into a movie. Why not do that with Monopoly?
What's
yeah,
funny?
It's called Wall Street.
And what's
next? They'll be doing Sorry.
And what's really funny is this movie is also by Hasbro, and it is from the producers of Transformers.
Meaning
we
Michael
all
Bay's
know
directing it?
Yes.
Oh dear God. How about another meteor crashes into somewhere unnecessary? Kabosh!
And also a lot of lens flares. And now we go to the next movie.
Michael Bay.
And now we move on to the next movie, Men in Black 3. As if the first two weren't bad enough.
Oh, you have crossed the line. I like Will Smith.
Will Smith is a good actor, and so is Tommy Lee Jones, but unfortunately, the Men in Black trilogy suck. Seriously, who wants to jump back in time to 1969 and save his freaking partner?
Alright, you and me after school at the flagpole.
It's a good thing I'm graduating. Pussy. And other news, there is a new musical coming out called Rock of Ages. And it has a lot of stupid actors in it, like Tom Cruise, who needs to frickin' retire, and also Alec Baldwin, who needs to go die in a plane crash.
Now, the movie has a good name because Rock of Ages, sung by Def Leppard, is actually a truly great song.
It is amazing.
But the fact that this is a musical based off of, 70s metal?
80s metal.
80s metal.
80s hairband.
Even worse.
So now you got the guy sitting there just wailing at guitar, but what's weird is this is actually based off a Broadway production from the guy who got rejected from American Idol, and now he's possibly going to be directing this film. And now we move on to the next film, and we highly don't recommend that film. Next one is Snow White and the Huntsman. As if the Snow White year wasn't bad enough in 1932.
Is that the one? No, I'm thinking of Mirror Mirror.
That one was actually pretty good.
No, that one, no. It was just...
I never saw it.
It was like
but
kids.
I heard it was good.
It was like for kids.
It is for kids, so
And
I recommend it for kids.
Yeah, and this new one, that's like for adults and stuff.
And this one, it actually stars pretty much Twilight and Thor is mixed in together because the Huntsman is the guy who plays Thor, and Snow White is freaking Bella. And the witch is actually pretty scary. You made me have nightmares even in the trailer.
She's pretty hot.
Yeah, so you think. And as if this wasn't bad enough, they're remaking the entire trilogy of Spider-Man. They're remaking the entire trilogy of Spider-Man.
And it's the dude from The Social Network.
Exactly. What's weird is the third movie, the one with Tobey Maguire, just came out just a few years ago, and now you're remaking this crap? Seriously,
The suit's even
come up
tighter
with
now.
new ideas, people.
Yeah, Hollywood is dead with ideas. Well, we got a few screenplays you can make good.
And also the end of the Batman trilogy, The Dark Knight Rises. And now, as if it wasn't bad enough with the Catwoman, as Anne Hathaway, or, sorry, reverse that.
Hathaway Anne?
No. Anne Hathaway as Catwoman, but still, you have the most badass character of all time, Bane. Who gets to blow up an entire football field if you look at the trailer.
Now, are you bashing the Dark Knight trilogy?
No, I'm not bashing the Dark Knight
because
trilogy. The Dark Knight trilogy is pretty awesome.
It was the best movie ever made.
I still like the Tim Burton ones.
Oh yeah, with Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new one has the Riddler in it, and I don't really know how they're gonna make that badass like they did with the Dark Knight.
Yeah, the Riddler.
I'm pretty sure it's the Riddler in this one.
Because it's supposed to be Bane and Catwoman.
No, I heard,
okay, anyway.
I heard the Riddler.
The next movie, I don't even know any of these.
Well, that's why we talk about them. We talk about the titles that we don't know. That's what makes it news.
Video game title.
You talk about Resident Evil.
Okay, that is another thing that needs to stop, but with the ending of Afterlife, it was actually pretty good. It looks like our black weather newscaster would like us to talk about video games now. Is that correct?
Okay, now we move on to another Tim Burton film, Frankenweenie. It's
Jesus
new
Christ.
animated, but it's actually
skip
black
this.
and white.
Let's skip this and
Yeah,
talk
it
about
sucks.
Let's talk about video games because Tim Burton.
Oh wait, well, there is one more thing we need to talk about. Coming in November 16th. November 16th. The final movie of the Twilight Saga.
Thank God.
Now all you Twihards can go die in a hole and get back in your lives. And that concludes PBJ Production. The news is in, and we're out.
We didn't talk about games.
Well, too bad, because we're a film program, we're not a game program.
Okay,
Cut the camera now.
no.
Back.
What's a game that's coming out on blank?